Woman alleges negligence at Diamond Regional Hospital after near-fatal lung infection. Guyana News reports a 26-year-old woman from Grove, East Bank Demerara, claims she is fortunate to be alive after allegedly being sent home from the $6.6 billion Diamond Regional Hospital with painkillers, despite presenting clear symptoms of a serious lung infection. The woman, whose name has been withheld, shared her ordeal with Guyana News, detailing her visit to the hospital on October 12. She arrived complaining of sharp chest pain near her left ribcage and difficulty breathing. After an initial assessment, a nurse referred her for a heart test, which returned normal. However, the attending doctor suggested that her symptoms could indicate kidney stones and prescribed pain relievers without conducting further tests. "I left the hospital with just 2 pain relievers," she explained. Despite the doctor's suggestion of kidney stones, she was not given any additional tests. A day later, her condition worsened, prompting her to seek help at a private clinic. There, blood work and an X-ray revealed that her lungs appeared cloudy, and the doctor referred her back to Diamond Regional Hospital for immediate attention. "Because it could be fluid, he said I should go to the hospital right away," she recalled. Upon returning to Diamond Hospital, she underwent additional tests and was admitted on October 13, where she was diagnosed with community-acquired pneumonia and pneumonia effusion. She overheard staff discussing a shortage of personnel, which she believes contributed to her initial misdiagnosis. Pneumonia is a serious inflammatory condition affecting the lungs, and untreated cases can lead to severe complications, including organ damage and breathing difficulties. After her admission, the young woman received antibiotics and appropriate treatment. Reflecting on her experience, she expressed concern about the potential consequences if she hadn't been able to afford private medical care. "If I hadn't gone to see that doctor at his clinic, I don't know what could have happened to me," she said. "They failed to do the right tests when I first visited. They just sent me home with pain tablets and didn't take my complaints seriously." She emphasized the need for better care in public hospitals, questioning the treatment of patients who cannot afford private health care. "What about people who can't afford to see a private doctor? They should ensure all necessary tests are done," she said. "It's like they didn't have any time for my concerns, and that shouldn't be." PNC leader Aubrey Norton defends Devin Sears amidst drug charges. Aubrey Norton, leader of the People's National Congress-led a Partnership for National Unity, PNCAPNU, has stated that Devin Sears should be presumed innocent until proven guilty following the politician's recent legal troubles. Sears, a member of the Alliance for Change, AFC, and a former member of Parliament for the joint APNU plus AFC coalition, was remanded to prison after pleading not guilty to charges related to the transportation of over 680 pounds of marijuana. During a press conference on Friday, Norton addressed the situation, asserting that, like every human being in this society, he should be presumed innocent until he is proven guilty. The incident occurred on Monday at around 8:41 p.m. when police intercepted a bus at the Old Bamia Police Checkpoint in Linden, Region 10. The vehicle is owned by the Region 10 Tourism Committee Incorporated, where Sears served as vice chairman before resigning from the position following his arrest. At the time of the interception, Sears was driving the vehicle with a single passenger, 69-year-old Albert Sandy, a farmer. According to police reports, Sears exhibited suspicious behavior when approached by officers, claiming he was transporting tourism plants. Upon further investigation, police conducted a search of the vehicle and discovered 22 plastic bags and 4 canvas bags containing marijuana. Both Sears and Sandy were arrested and cautioned, with Sandy admitting ownership of the narcotics and stating that he had paid Sears to transport him to Parika. The two appeared before Magistrate Rushell Liverpool at Linden Magistrates Court on Thursday. Sandy pleaded guilty to the charges and received a 4-year prison sentence, while Sears maintained his innocence and was remanded until November 11th. As the legal proceedings continue, Norton's comments underscore the ongoing complexities surrounding the case and the broader implications for political affiliations in Guyana. Become a nail technician with DC's Beauty Salon. Location: 413 Hope Estate, East Coast Demerara. Ready to level up your skills and start earning? Join our beginner's nail course for only $15,000 GYD. What's included? All materials provided. hands-on guidance, certificate upon completion. Start earning in the beauty industry fast. We're also hiring a hairdresser. If you're talented and passionate, we're looking for you. Contact us today, 633-6500. Your beauty career begins at DC's Beauty Salon. Don't miss out. Aubrey Norton criticizes U.S. bombing of suspected narco-traffickers. Aubrey Norton, leader of the People's National Congress Reform, PNCR, has voiced strong opposition to the United States' recent actions involving the bombing of suspected narco-traffickers in the Caribbean Sea as part of a counter-drug campaign. At a press conference on Friday, Norton stated, "The rule of law should prevail both at the local level and the international level." He emphasized that no one should be bombed solely based on allegations of drug trafficking. "In fact, I believe the U.S. has the capacity to capture them and bring them to trial, but I cannot ever support a situation where a sovereign state bombs people in another sovereign state over so-called drug trafficking," he added. The U.S. military has ramped up its presence in the Caribbean, deploying guided missile destroyers, F-35 fighter jets, a nuclear submarine, and thousands of troops. U.S. officials, including President Donald Trump, have stated that these vessels are being targeted due to their involvement in trafficking cocaine from Venezuela into the United States. While acknowledging the seriousness of drug trafficking, Norton reiterated his stance against unilateral actions. "We want to see drug trafficking reduced and ultimately eradicated, but it has to be done within the confines of the law," he asserted. Earlier this month, the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, states, with the exception of Trinidad and Tobago, reaffirmed their commitment to maintaining the region as a zone of peace. In their statement, CARICOM heads of government emphasized the importance of international cooperation in addressing narco-trafficking and the illegal trade in small arms and light weapons, highlighting that efforts to combat these challenges must be conducted within the framework of international law. Norton's remarks reflect ongoing concerns about the implications of U.S. military actions in the Caribbean and the importance of upholding sovereignty and legal standards in the fight against drug trafficking. Your daily shuttle just arrived. Skip the stress and travel with comfort. El Shaddai Logistics GY is now rolling out daily bus shuttle services. Routes: Timehri, Georgetown, and Lower East Coast. Return trips throughout the day. What you'll love: comfortable 30-seater buses. Fully air-conditioned. Safe, reliable, and on-time travel. Launch special. Register by Friday, October 24th to enjoy your first week free. Book your seat today. WhatsApp: +592-741-8309. admin@elshaddailogisticsg.com. Travel the better way. El Shaddai Logistics, moving you with care. Mother pleads for help to save daughter with life-threatening liver condition. Newsroom: Christina Jagernoth is urgently seeking the public's assistance to save her 3-month-old daughter, Alia, who has been diagnosed with biliary atresia, a rare and life-threatening liver condition. Biliary atresia occurs when the bile ducts that carry bile from the liver to the intestine are blocked. Bile, a yellow-green fluid produced by the liver, is essential for digesting fats and eliminating waste products from the body. Jagernoth shared that baby Alia was born on June 28, 2025, and appeared healthy initially. However, later that night she began vomiting, and weeks later, she was diagnosed with liver failure. Currently, liver transplant surgeries are not performed in Guyana, prompting Jagernoth to seek assistance for the procedure to be carried out overseas, specifically in Jamaica. Alia spent the first 15 days of her life in the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit (NICU) at the Georgetown Public Hospital. After her discharge, doctors instructed follow-up visits every 2 months. During the 2-month checkup, further tests revealed the severity of Alia's condition, leading to her readmission to the hospital. After they did the blood tests and MRI, the doctors told me that my baby's liver was damaged and that her gallbladder was missing. They said she would need a liver transplant as soon as possible, Jagernoth explained. A hospital document noted that surgical intervention is most effective within 70 to 90 days after birth through a procedure known as hepatic portoenterostomy, Kasai procedure. Unfortunately, Alia's diagnosis came after this critical window, leaving a liver transplant as her only viable option. Emotionally, Jagannath expressed her distress, stating that Alia cries frequently due to pain. "I am begging the public for help. My baby needs a liver transplant as soon as possible," she pleaded. Those willing to assist the family can contact Christina Jagannath at +592 658 4942. Your support could be crucial in saving baby Alia's life. Businessman arrested after 13.79 kilograms of cocaine seized. Kennard Smith, a businessman from Adventure Village on the Essequibo coast, was arrested on Thursday following the discovery of 13.79 kilograms, approximately 30 pounds, of cocaine at his premises. According to a release from the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit CANU, officers conducted the operation based on intelligence received. During the search of Smith's building, several parcels containing a whitish powdery substance, suspected to be cocaine, were uncovered. Smith was subsequently arrested and taken to CANU headquarters along with the suspected narcotics, which later tested positive for cocaine. Investigations into the matter are ongoing, as CANU continues to gather evidence related to the case. 5 arrested after cocaine seizure in South Ruimveldt Park. 5 individuals were arrested on Wednesday following a raid by ranks from the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit, CANU, at a house in South Ruimveldt Park, where 5.96 kilograms, approximately 13.2 pounds, of cocaine was discovered. According to CANU, several parcels containing a whitish powdery substance, suspected to be cocaine, were located at the residence during the operation. The 5 suspects were taken into custody and escorted to CANU headquarters along with the confiscated narcotics, which later tested positive for cocaine. Investigations into the incident are ongoing, as authorities work to uncover additional details related to the case. President Irfan Ali announces pre-retirement leave for former Chancellor. President Dr. Irfan Ali announced on Friday afternoon that former Chancellor of the Judiciary, Justice Yannette Cummings-Edwards, will proceed on pre-retirement leave. In a live broadcast, President Ali stated that Justice Cummings-Edwards had requested this leave, and he accepted her request. He expressed gratitude for her years of dedicated service to the judiciary and to the people of Guyana. As a result of this transition, Justice Roxanne George will continue to serve as acting chancellor, while Justice Navindra will remain in the role of acting Chief Justice. Additionally, President Ali announced that Justice Singh was sworn in on Friday as a member of the Judicial Service Committee, furthering the government's efforts to strengthen the judiciary in Guyana. Minister Colin Kroll announces progress on Palmyra housing development. Minister of Housing, Colin Kroll, has revealed significant advancements in the government's housing development project at Palmyra, Burbis, where 103-bedroom homes are currently under construction. During a site visit on Friday, Minister Kroll announced that 20 of the homes have already been completed, while the remaining units are nearing completion, with 80 to 90% finished. He expressed confidence that all 100 houses will be ready for occupancy by the end of 2025. By and large, all those persons for these houses, when they want to know what they'll be buying for Christmas, certainly they'll be buying things for their home, Kroll stated. Each house is valued at $13.5 million, inclusive of land, and forms part of a broader development plan for the Palmyra area, which aims to create over 1,000 residential lots for housing construction. Kroll noted that approximately 50% of the homes have already been allocated, marking a significant step towards expanding homeownership in the region. The minister emphasized the ministry's shift in focus from merely allocating land to promoting full home ownership. This approach aims to ensure that citizens can move into ready-made homes without the hassles of construction delays or financing challenges. This is where we want to push persons, to be able to have their own home very quickly without going through the hassle, he said. Infrastructure works, including roads and utility connections, have already commenced as part of the project. Minister Kroll announced plans for a second phase of construction in Palmyra, which will feature homes specifically designed for young professionals. Additionally, the ministry is strengthening its monitoring systems by establishing a special housing unit that integrates project and land administration departments to effectively manage the increased workload. Over the past 5 years, The ministry has allocated around 5,000 residential lots in Region 6, with ongoing efforts to clear any remaining backlog. It's exciting times ahead for persons who want to speak about home ownership. We are putting all the systems and groundwork in place so that when we're ready to roll out, we can move very quickly and people will be happy, Kroll concluded. Ambassador Yang meets with President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali to strengthen bilateral ties. Her Excellency Ambassador Yang met with His Excellency President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali to discuss the future of bilateral relations and practical cooperation between China and Guyana. During the meeting, Ambassador Yang commended Guyana's steadfast commitment to fostering friendship with China and its support for the 4 global initiatives proposed by President Xi Jinping. He expressed China's readiness to enhance collaboration with Guyana, particularly in advancing the Belt and Road cooperation, aimed at delivering mutual benefits for both nations. President Ali praised the Guyana-China partnership and the pragmatic cooperation that has developed over the years. He expressed a strong desire to deepen bilateral cooperation, emphasizing the importance of Chinese investment in supporting Guyana's development and transformation. The discussions highlight the ongoing commitment of both countries to strengthen their ties and work together towards shared goals. 54-year-old farmer arrested for threatening village councillors. Police in Regional Division 9 have taken Tony Joseph, a 54-year-old farmer from Shiri village, into custody after he allegedly threatened to shoot several village councillors over a domestic dispute. Acting on reports from the councillors, a team of police officers visited Shiri village, where they located Joseph and his 33-year-old girlfriend at the home of his cousin. During a search of the premises, officers discovered an unloaded single-barrel shotgun without a serial number. Following this initial discovery, police escorted Joseph to his residence, located nearby, for a further search. There, they found a plastic bag containing 5 live cartridges, 5 spent shells, and 2 plastic tubes filled with gunpowder. Joseph was subsequently arrested and taken to the Lethem police station, along with the seized firearm, ammunition, and gunpowder, all of which were photographed, marked, and secured as evidence. During an interview with detectives, Joseph claimed that the shotgun belonged to his cousin but admitted that the cartridges were his own. He stated that he purchased the cartridges from Brazil and sold them to other farmers in the area. Police are currently working to locate Joseph's cousin, at whose home the shotgun was found. Investigations into the matter are ongoing as authorities seek to clarify the circumstances surrounding the threats and the possession of the firearm and ammunition. Misinformation and negligence hinder cancer treatment efforts, warns Director Dr. Syed Ghazi, Director of Outreach at the Cancer Institute of Guyana, has emphasized the pressing need for women battling breast cancer to prioritize proven medical treatments, such as chemotherapy, over unverified bush medicine, and widespread misinformation. In a recent episode of the Starting Point podcast, Dr. Ghazi highlighted that negligence, denial, and misguided traditional advice are major contributors to preventable deaths in Guyana, despite significant advancements in cancer treatment and awareness. Guyana has made tremendous progress in cancer care, Dr. Ghazi noted, pointing to the availability of advanced diagnostic and treatment options like mammograms, CT scans, and radiation therapy. However, he lamented that many patients still seek help late due to fear, stigma, or reliance on unscientific remedies. He illustrated the issue with a common scenario. A breast biopsy is done with a thin needle. Afterward, the patient might hear from a neighbor, "Don't do the biopsy. It spreads the cancer," or be advised against chemotherapy in favor of alternatives from a bush doctor. Dr. Ghazi stressed that modern treatments are based on extensive research and that chemotherapy specifically targets cancer cells' DNA, countering the misconception that it indiscriminately harms normal cells. The Cancer Institute of Guyana was the first facility in the Caribbean to offer radiation therapy and is now expanding its services, including plans to introduce brachytherapy, an effective internal radiation treatment particularly beneficial for cervical cancer. Dr. Ghazi revealed ongoing collaborations with the government to expand oncology services, including the establishment of a national cancer hospital. Despite growing awareness, He noted that misinformation continues to pose a significant challenge. There's still a long way to go, he remarked, referencing the Institute's efforts to secure funding for the new brachytherapy unit, estimated at around $200,000. He added that the president has shown genuine interest in enhancing cancer treatment options for patients. Dr. Ghazi pointed out that breast cancer is more prevalent among women who have no children or are on hormone replacement therapy, emphasizing the importance of early detection as a crucial weapon against the disease. Cancer is curable if detected early, he asserted. In cases of breast cancer, if you find the lump before it spreads, you can be cancer-free. The number of survivors has dramatically increased compared to previous years, reflecting the effectiveness of early detection and treatment. As the Cancer Institute of Guyana continues its efforts to combat misinformation and enhance treatment options, Dr. Ghazi's message underscores the need for public education on the importance of seeking reliable medical advice and timely intervention. 2 men charged with murder in connection to robbery. Akand Ross, a 25-year-old machine operator from Hearst-Helling, East Bank Demerara, and Shaquille Wilberg, a 29-year-old resident of Public Road, Buxton, were arrested on October 20, 2025, for the murder of 24-year-old Phelan Brewster, allegedly committed during a robbery. The pair appeared in Georgetown Magistrates Court 2 today before Principal Magistrate Laron Daly. They were not required to enter a plea and were subsequently remanded to prison pending further proceedings. In a related case, 25-year-old Aide Gonzalez of Morocut Square, East La Penitence, was also arrested on October 20th alongside Ross. Gonzalez faces a charge of unlawful possession of ammunition without a license. She pleaded not guilty to the charge and was granted bail set at $300,000, while Ross remains in custody due to the murder charge. The cases have been adjourned until November 18, 2025, as the judicial process continues. The court's decisions reflect the seriousness of the charges, highlighting ongoing concerns regarding violence and crime in the region.